A matchup of two teams that are atop their division in the New Orleans Saints and Green Bay Packers. We'll start things off with Rodgers and the Packers on their own 27 in the first quarter, 6 minutes left. Standing still, all the protection in the world until the last minute when Cameron Jordan breaks away from his man, takes down Rodgers for the sack on first down. Then on 2nd and 18, Antonio Andrews is stuffed by Okafor for a loss, and they would not be able to recover from that, so the Saints take over on offense, and their first play on this drive is going to go to Coby Fleener on a post route, and he's going to outrun the whole defense. 83 yards to the house for Coby Fleener, and it's a 7-0 NOLA lead just like that. We move on later, first quarter now. Rodgers, man in motion, drops back, fires to the sidelines for Randall Cobb. He gets down to the 49-yard line. Very next play, out of the shotgun, it's play action. Rodgers standing still in the pocket, being patient, lobs a pass up for Davante Adams. He gets pushed at the 22. Now in the second quarter, here on the 12-yard line as Rodgers, once again standing still, has Randall Cobb wide open, spins away from the corner, and then drags another man into the end zone, as it's going to be a Green Bay touchdown, tied at 7 now. Later on in the second quarter, Breeze drops back, gets the pass off just before getting sacked. Michael Thomas on the curl route for the first down. Then after a sack, it's 3rd and 15, as Breeze, out of the shotgun, hooks up with Coby Fleener, threads the needle somehow to Fleener for the first down. Now on the 21 later on in the quarter, as he hooks up with Brandon Coleman. It was initially ruled a touchdown, but after a booth review, they said he was not in the end zone. But then they go for it on 4th and 1 on the 1, and they get stuffed at the goal line. So Aaron Rodgers takes over. He has less than a minute to work with. Hooks up with Martellus Bennett, short of the 50-yard marker. Very next play, 19 seconds left. Rodgers finds Jordy Nelson this time. Another first down, crosses into NOLA territory. They take their one of their timeouts. They find Martellus Bennett in the flats. He gets down to the 31. They take a timeout, and they kick a field goal before the half, as it's a 10-7 Green Bay lead, their first lead of the game. We move on to the third quarter now, as Breeze, to start things off for his team, is sacked. He fumbles, and it's picked up by Perry, who's going to take it all the way back to the house for the Green Bay Packers defense, and they jump out to a 17-7 lead, a 10-point lead for the Packers. Later on in the third, Breeze responded well as he finds Ted Ginn over the middle, jukes that one man, gets out of that tackle, and then just runs around the rest of the team, as it's a touchdown for Ted Ginn, a 51-yard touchdown. 17-14 is the score now, only a 3-point lead for Green Bay. And they're back on offense. Play action. Rodgers in the pocket, scanning the field, fires downfield, and he's picked off by Kenny Vaccaro, who's going to take it down to about the 40-yard line for his team. And then the Saints take over on offense. Inside Packers territory on the 47 they are, as Breeze finds Ingram in the flats, breaks the tackle for the first down, gets down to the 35. Very next play, Breeze snaps it over the middle. He has Ted Ginn, jukes at a man, gets inside the red zone, down to the 17. Very next play, he goes right back to Ted Ginn, and he punches it into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. Ted Ginn, have yourself a day. Makes it a 2017 NOLA lead, and then after a punt pins the Packers at the 1, the Saints are predicting a run, so they send the house, but instead it's a play-action pass that Aaron Rodgers bombs for Jordy Nelson. He's going to take it all the way, 99 yards to the promised land for Jordy Nelson, and the Packers are now on top 24-20. Less than 2 minutes left as Breeze fires a pass right at the linebacker Martinez. He takes it back for a pick 6, and the Packers extend their lead here late in the game. So a minute 50 left, 31-20 Packers is the score. Drew Brees, however, does not want to go down without a fight. He finds Michael Thomas down to the 48, 2nd and 10. Now he finds Ted Ginn, who gets down to about the 23-yard line. Very next play, Breeze drops back, patient, over the middle, has Ted Ginn, spins out of 2 tackles, his third touchdown of the day. Huge day for Ted Ginn Jr. as they make it as they shorten the lead for Green Bay, and then after the onside kick, they did not get it. They hold the Packers to a field goal attempt, which they just missed, and then with 30 seconds left, the Saints are on offense. 3rd and 13, Thomas on the crossing route. He has the first down. 7 seconds left, no timeouts for the Saints. They need to go to the sidelines. Breeze forces it to the sidelines, and it's picked off by Rollins, as that is your game. The Packers seal the deal with that last-second interception, and they come away with the victory 31-26 over New Orleans, as the Packers improve to 6-1 on the season, and the New Orleans Saints drop to 4-2. The huge day for Ted Ginn Jr. was not enough for his team to get the victory, as the fumble return for a touchdown for the Packers and also the pick six just was too big of a deal. There was also the 4th and goal that the Saints went for and did not get it. You would have to think that if they went for the field goal, things could have been different. They could have just called a timeout and took a field goal there late in the game, but hindsight is 20/20. So the Saints lose to the Packers, and with that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the New Orleans Saints franchise. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.